Hi, bud. I see you. I see you. Do you want to come up and say hi? There he is. Hi. Want to be in a video? This is Blue. Blue. He's usually not very prone to being on camera, so he's what are you doing? this is this is not what I expected this video to be. So I'm back. What? He's back? Where did he go? I've been gone for a little while, guys. So I've been back and forth with a lot of stuff in real life as well as with content creation. And you guys have seen past content before. Right around this time of year, it's always been kind of just blah. I grow tired of the Legends content. Not that I grow tired of it, but it's that I just get burnt out. I get really burnt out on Legends content, and it's always right around this time of year, right when there's like a kind of like a lull period, but it's weird because there's not really been a lull period to Legends. Like Legends has actually been on its game the past couple months, and I just have not had the energy to really do content on it. So it's unfortunate, but at the very least, in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about what's coming up this week, because I'm gonna get back into actually doing content. But I want to talk about all the units that kind of have come out in my time with the characters and what I think about the characters and stuff. So it's a bit of a different format, a little bit different of a video this time around, but I wanted to at least talk about my thoughts about these characters. So with that said, let's just jump right into it. So Final Form Frieza, getting Lineage of Evil finally getting some love and support. LOE finally got a revival character, and I was able to get a hold of this Frieza, but it took a lot of time for me to actually be able to get him, and I figured there was no point in me doing a showcase or anything on this particular Frieza. If anything, I might just do a showcase on LOE in general. But this revival Frieza is definitely something that LOE needed after all the time that LOE got nothing. I mean, he's got some really cool stuff in his kit. Obviously, he's able to nullify element factors and do some good against green cards for 30 timer counts, which is a long time. Obviously, the revival aspect's really good. He supplies a lot of support to his team. It's just, he's a good all-around unit that LOE kind of needed. And I'm all for it, because I always loved LOE, and it was a shame that LOE didn't get as much support as it did. But the fact that we got Chilled getting a Zenkai, the fact that the original yellow full-powered Final Frieza got a Zenkai, and he's really good, and getting this Final Form Frieza is fantastic. On top of the Final Form LF Frieza as well. Like, LOE got so much support in like the past couple, I'd say in like 8 months, 9 months. And it's really nice to see. But I would like to see a couple more units. King Cold we obviously need for LOE, but and Mecha Frieza is a big one too. But yeah, this Frieza, pretty good. Kaioken Goku, I like what he does. I like what he does in his kit. The fact that he gains like a majority of his Vanish Gauge back as quickly as he does, after using it the first time, is nuts. What is it? I know his main ability, his main ability does restore his Vanish Gauge by 100%, which is really good. But the fact that he also does extra damage and receives extra damage, or receives less damage from purple units, on top of the fact that, you know, he's able to vanish right away and get his Vanish Gauge back, like 70%, and it does it twice. Like, these guys are really good early game disruptor in throwing your opponent off. The only downside from what I've noticed of this character is that he doesn't really have the oomph that he needs. Like, Zenkai buffs will obviously fix this and whatnot, but it's just the fact that 256 on a strike attack for a unit in 2022 is a little underwhelming. And the sad thing being that he would need the Zenkai buffs to get the support he needs to do the damage that we would like him to do. Is, yeah, it just is what it is. But Overall, I like the unit, but I just wish he had more utility and he could actually put a little more power into well, utility is the wrong word. He doesn't need utility. He needs more oomph, and he just doesn't have that oomph. Android 21 got a Zenkai, which is really cool. I always like this unit. I haven't fully gotten her Zenkai up yet, so I don't know what her stats and stuff look like. Let me see here. She's got really good defenses, and her strike attack is fantastic. That's pretty good. Um, she gradually restores her own health when she transforms. Unfortunately, the DBZ space doesn't do any justice for her actual kit because it shows the base, and then it shows the Zenkai. It doesn't show what her stats and stuff look like after transforming, which I'm assuming the Zenkai does that, but no, it doesn't. So I can't really say for sure what the I can't say for sure what her abilities are after transforming, but or does it? Oh, it does actually, because it's right here. Looks like Bon Appetit gets an increase. No, what's? I have no idea how this works on DBZ space. DBZ space is throwing me off this morning. But I mean, I can probably do a video for her later on. I don't really run androids, but I always like this unit, so maybe we'll do a showcase for her and actually see how she looks after we get her Zenkai'd up. But cool that she got a Zenkai. All for it. And then we got a brand new free-to-play Android 21. I messed around with her quite a bit. Unfortunately, I missed the timing to get her to 14 stars, which kind of sucks. But overall, what she's been able to do, I've actually really grown to like. The fact that she obviously gets a buff when she kicks off Revival on an enemy opponent is good. She gets a lot of standard buffs. And obviously, we got the brand new, not brand new, but we got the Zenkai for EX17, the Red 17, and he buffs Red and androids. So, obviously, she's going to get a buff for that. But I've been enjoying my time with her. I don't think she's as good as, like, maybe Yellow Rose or Green free-to-play Frieza or anything of those likes. In terms of the free characters, I think she's a little in like the middle aspect of it. She's kind of mid, but she's not bad. Obviously, more Android 21 support is always great. And we're getting close to having a full Android 21 team, like we are a full Rose team. So that's pretty cool as well. Then we got this just came out recently. Super Saiyan Kale got a Zenkai Awakening. I'll be honest, I never really messed around with her when she first came out. I got her super late on my account, so I never really had a chance to really use her. But that said, from what I've seen, the reception of a lot of people are saying that she is relatively mid in terms of her Zenkai ability, which I think a lot of people expected her to actually do more. Because the thing that I know that she did and was very disruptive with was she had a lot of card destruction for your opponent. And while it's nice that Rival Universe is actually getting the buffs that Rival Universe desperately needs, I don't think card destruction for this character is really enough to warrant the Zenkai that she was given. I think she probably needed to be more. And I think for a team like Rival Universe, who needs the support and needs the help, I think the fact that they really held back on this Zenkai, it tells me one of two things. Either they are not quite ready or know where they want to take the Rival Universe team in terms of making a unique team with a unique play style, or they really didn't know what to do with this Kale because they either wanted to hold her back because they didn't want to make her too strong, or they didn't know how to make her strong enough. So, again, it's one of those things where, like the Legends team, like they've been doing a really good job with releases and events and stuff like that, but they really need to focus on teams that need the support. Like LOE finally getting support after all this time, after like almost 2 years of nothing. Yeah, like they needed to work on the more underrepresented teams in this game. But outside of that, it is what it is. And then we got this Android 18. Again, I haven't really messed around with her much. I have her, I think, at like 9 stars, 10 stars, something like that. I've just been using her for the events. I haven't really tried her out in PvP yet, but she does damage against Saiyans, which is pretty good. Obviously, she gives buffs to androids and girls, which essentially, if you think about it, in my opinion anyway, if you're outside of Cell, which you could put Cell on the leader team, on the leader slot, but androids is essentially the girls tag right now with all the Zenkais that like Android 21's been getting. The new Android 21 just got one. Obviously this new Android 18. There's a lot, like the support for androids these past couple months has been great. Girls has been getting quite a bit of support, which is nice. I feel like, again, it's one of those things where I wish they would do more for underrepresented teams. And it just is what it is. But in terms of what's coming out next, obviously we got Super Saiyan, the green one, LF Vegeta getting a Zenkai, which is really cool. I really love this character. The fact that he's getting that type of support is awesome. And then obviously we got a brand new Hakai Beerus that's coming out too. That these guys should be talked about in the video and stuff coming out on Tuesday, which I'm gonna try and be live for to do a reaction for, or at least do a recording of my reaction. But yeah, this guy could be very detrimental. But in the meta that we have right now with like Goku and Vegeta tag unit, we got Ultra Gogeta. We have units kind of like that, just kind of sitting in the background and on other teams. Having this guy getting a Zenkai Awakening, this guy is very scary to get a Zenkai Awakening, but I think with the way the meta is right now, I think it's kind of needed. He's got lock-in on his ultimate ability. He's got double card draw speed on his main ability. He ramps up his damage just by attacking. Like he is a very offensive, hyper-offensive unit, and this guy needs it. Then you got this God of Destruction Beerus, Hakai Beerus. He's our first anti-revival. He's our first anti-revival or revival nullification unit, which is really, really cool. So, but it looked like he was doing a lot. I'm not going to go through and showcase the. I'm not going to go over like what he does in the video and his reveal, but still really cool, and I'm very excited to see what he does. But we'll go over the character breakdowns and stuff this week when it comes out. But yeah, that's what's been kind of going on with me. That's what I think about all these units here, and this is what this is the thing that kind of got me back into doing Legends content and putting content out there. So, yeah, that said, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next Legends video. Peace.